I think sometimes some of the beliefs that exist are more historic, or perhaps imposed or shared by older generations, or particular upbringings and interests. Um, Not something that we would perpetuate within school. And, we would ensure that the access to all the curricula that we offer, to all the opportunities, to all the enrichment opportunities, the daily activities that we have on offer, that's very obviously available to all. And so if we notice that there are trends whereby, some types of learners are not accessing something, or we feel, we would gently try to encourage participation, encourage the embracing of those opportunities, so that any young person can pursue whichever path they feel interests them. There was a time that we sort of had a phased approach in which the subjects still were on offer in Bayside and Westside separately when we had single ed gender schools. But then what we did was, when we knew that there was, say, a boy in Bayside who wanted to access a course that was available at Westside, arrangements were made for them to access that at Key Stage 4 at GCSE and Level 2, and the same at Key Stage 5 and Level 3. And we did the same vice versa for girls. So I remember girls having to go to Bayside to do further maths, for example, and boys having to come to Westside to do drama, for example. So, but those days are long gone, which is great to see. And our consortium operates very fluidly at Level 3 at A level, and that works really, really well.
If we can talk about some of the stereotypes, I think that one of them that has always been out there is girls not going for STEM subjects, for example. So that, I would imagine, is being encouraged for more girls
Absolutely.
to take up
And
those.
I think from a very young age, we've got lots of exciting and innovative approaches to maths, science, engineering, construction, trying to plant those seeds and challenge those stereotypes from a very young age in terms of representation. So the use of resources, the use of role models, both locally and internationally, so that young girls can see themselves in the material that they're looking at and can actually see that as a viable pathway for them. And there's countless, local scientists and international individuals who are pioneers within the worlds of STEM, who can be used as very exciting role models.
There is a large number of female teachers locally as well, in comparison to male teachers. So potentially, what does that indicate? I mean, do you think perhaps that women are more inclined to go into teaching roles, for example?
I think the profession of teaching generally does lend or lean towards females being interested in that profession. It's something that we're mindful of. I think you'll find that in a significant proportion of sort of the care professions, and it does sort of align with those perhaps more traditionally viewed pathways, and again with perhaps previously existing stereotypes. And it's something that we've been working hard on. And this year we've done some, again, linking up with the Ministry of Equality or the Department of Equality. We offered workshops for staff which focused on recognising and challenging stereotypes around masculinity, and looking at all aspects of men. And we, were encouraging thoughtful conversations about how traditional expectations can sometimes limit boys' aspirations or pathways as to what career paths they feel are open to them. We would love to have more male teachers in primary, particularly because we have a higher proportion of male teachers within the secondary sectors, but less within primary. And so they're like gold dust in our primary schools. And it would be great if we could encourage more men to pursue teaching, particularly within primary years, because it's important for our learners in schools to have fantastic role models across all backgrounds, gender, race, nationality, etc.